This is the year 2020. The place is the Challenger Seamount, the top of an underwater mountain. A complex beneath the sea. 250 men, women, and children live here, each of them a scientist pioneer. For this is our last frontier, a hostile environment which may hold the key to tomorrow. Each day, these oceanauts meet new challenges as they build their city beneath the sea. This is Sealab 2020.
Helicopter to search 1.
Search 1 to helicopter, go ahead.
We have visual contact with the probe. Chute open.
Good. Well, Senator, we've got our space probe back from Neptune.
Congratulations, Matthew. Aerospace has another first.
The chutes have torn loose. It's free falling.
Where is it?
What's its heading?
260 degrees, distance 7 miles.
Captain, this is Matthew Mills. Course 200 miles, 60 degrees.
We are over the area where the probe sank.
Sank? What about the flotation collar?
The collar didn't help. It must have collapsed at impact.
Are you picking up any sound?
It's very difficult picking up the homing device from underwater, sir.
Suppose you can't find it, Matthew.
We've got to find it. Every scientist in the world has been waiting for this moment.
Dive party to search 1.
Did you find it?
Not a sign.
The homing device. Didn't you hear it?
Not a sound, sir. I have a suggestion.
Okay, make it.
We're near Sealab. We might ask them for help.
Sealab? That's a good idea. Sure, I'll ask for their help personally.
Welcome, Mr. Mills.
Captain Murphy?
No, this is Captain Murphy. I'm Paul Williams.
As I told you over the communicator, gentlemen, we're in a jam.
Why not tell us about it over some coffee?
Good idea.
This way, Mr. Mills.
Ed, hey.
What?
Hello in there, do you read me?
I was listening to the warning call of a grouper, and then you sounded off.
Was that Hal? I thought it was a grouper.
We're wanted in the conference room, but fast, Ed.
Trouble?
Could be.
It's something to do with that stranger who came on board.
Whatever information that space probe picked up from the Neptune atmosphere will be lost if we don't retrieve it within 48 hours.
Mr. Mills, here are my research assistants that I'm sending out. Gail Adams, Hal Bryant, and Ed Thomas.
You're our only hope.
What do we have to do?
Mr. Mills is with the Aerospace Bureau.
You see, 20 months ago, Aerospace sent a probe to Neptune. After all that time and expense, millions of the taxpayers' money, the probe slipped its parachute and dropped into the sea without a trace.
What a foreign power wouldn't give to have it.
Aerospace sent divers down. They couldn't find it.
And you want us to locate it.
Right.
Probe was fitted with a homing device, so take a sound technician along.
How about Henry Lucas?
With your permission, Captain, we'll take Henry.
There's nobody better.
Permission granted. Get to it immediately.
Nothing, not a peep.
What now, Henry?
If that probe sank within 5 miles of this point, I should be able to pick up the homing signal.
Let's go another 5 miles.
Deep diver to Sealab.
Go ahead, deep diver, once you report.
Results of the search pattern, negative.
Mighty strange. Too strange.
Strange things happen in the sea.
That probe is fitted with every scientific device known to man. It just can't disappear.
It seems it has. Deep diver, return to base. Return to base.
We read you, sir.
No, get more time.
Request permission to extend search area. To continue search outside deep diver.
Permission granted. To extend search 1 hour.
Thank you, sir.
You know what I think, Captain?
I'd like to have the benefit of your thinking, Mr. Mills.
It's my suspicion that we weren't the only ones waiting for that probe to come back.
But nobody else was in position to retrieve it. You'd have seen them.
A submarine could have been cruising underwater nearby.
Impossible. The sonar room reports all ships in this area.
Maybe somebody heard one and didn't report it.
Any luck, Henry?
Nothing.
Okay, let's give it one last look and listen. Time's running out.
I'll check over here.
Let's take a peek at those coral shells. The probe could have... Hey!
What was that? Shark! A big one. It's circling back.
Gale, ready with the air gun. Shoot some bubbles at it.
Uh-oh, I dropped it.
Okay, Gale, I've got him. That confused him. Look at him go. Are you all right, Gale?
Tense, but healthy. Oh, Ed, look, it's just a basking shark. Wouldn't hurt anybody.
It sure knocked me over.
Well, they like to play.
Now, that's a pretty big playmate.
Time to go home, Playful. We have work to do.
Let's move on, Hal.
My bubble gun.
Where is it?
On the bottom, I guess.
No, it isn't. It's caught in a jet stream.
It's slowly being carried away. I'll get it.
Careful, Gale.
Got it.
Good, let's go. I wonder about that current, Hal. Do you think...
Yes, that's exactly what I think. Back to deep diver.
Hey, wait for me, you guys.
That is correct, Mr. Mills. Any unusual sounds within 25 miles of Sea-Lab are recorded.
And you heard nothing like a submarine, say about 12 noon?
No, but at 3 we recorded some whales communicating with each other. Would you like to hear the recording?
Not just now.
At 12:07 we picked up the engine of Search 1.
That checks.
Then we had a malfunction.
Malfunction at 12:07. The probe hit the water at exactly 12:10. Just what was the malfunction that happened at such an inopportune time?
Some connectors had come loose. I don't understand how that could have happened.
Who else was there?
I was alone, except...
Yes, Mr. Lansing, except what?
Henry Lucas came in about 12, as a matter of fact. He helped me locate the malfunction.
Or possibly arranged it.
Surely you're not accusing Henry Lucas on such flimsy evidence.
I'm not accusing anyone yet. I suggest there's cause for suspicion.
You're making a mistake, Mr. Mills. I know Henry. He's a very dedicated worker.
For whom? I'd like to see his personnel file.
Why?
I'm going to have Aerospace run a check on him.
The files are confidential.
If you have such confidence in Lucas, why be afraid of a check?
I am not afraid, Mr. Mills. Pull Henry Lucas's file.
I think we've got pretty good news about the probe.
Don't forget who found the clue, you guys.
Okay, your clue, Hal's theory.
A report on Henry Lucas has returned.
I suggest we meet Deep Diver in the moon pool. It just arrived.
Find anything?
No, but...
Henry Lucas,
Yes, sir?
as an official of Aerospace, I'd like to ask you some questions.
About what?
For one thing, where were you during the 3 years between 2015 and 2018?
2015? Oh, just wandering around the continent. Sort of just taking life easy.
You were in an unfriendly country, Mr. Lucas, associating with some very peculiar people.
Me? No, sir, that's wrong.
You can tell that to the inquiry.
Henry wouldn't lie, Mr. Mills.
The Bureau wants him on the surface immediately.
You can't have him immediately. It'll take him 2 days to decompress. He's been down too long. I'm sorry, Henry.
I know, Gale. I'm concerned, too. It's a bad situation. But the aerospace computers placed Henry in Asia. That's it.
It doesn't make sense, Captain Murphy.
Maybe the computers were wrong.
Computers have made errors before.
Dr. Williams, can't we do something?
We're doing something, Gale. About all we can.
What?
We put Henry in the decompression chamber.
Hal, tell Dr. Williams what you told me about your theory.
Theory, Hal?
We think we know what happened to the probe.
We found a jet stream just beyond Seamount.
And if the probe was caught in that current, it would have been carried away, out of the drop area.
That's why their divers couldn't find it.
Maybe so. It's an interesting theory. But why couldn't their divers hear the homing device?
We don't know the answer to that.
But we have a way to find out, if Mr. Mills will help.
Mr. Mills, help you?
I think it's silly. A lot of detail work for nothing.
If you have such confidence in Henry's guilt, why be afraid of letting us try our theory?
I'm drawing pictures for you, am I not?
Good. That is, if my technician here can follow them. Can you duplicate that, Barry?
No problem, sir. How about the weight?
The whole thing weighed 25 pounds. The outside was gold-plated for easy radar pickup.
We're sorry they caused you all this trouble, Henry.
We promise we'll have you cleared before you're decompressed.
No matter what happens, I don't want you to think I would betray anyone at Sea Lab.
We know that.
I'll tell you one thing, Henry. If we're wrong about that jet stream, you move over.
Right, because if we're wrong...
We'll all go up with you.
Barry sure made that duplicate probe in a hurry.
He's a genius. Give it a test, Hal.
It should have been caught in the current by now.
No, what if we're wrong? What if the current isn't strong enough?
You can stop worrying right now.
Yeah, there it goes, just like my bubble gun. Caught in the current.
Dr. Williams, I'm glad you came by. Any word from Hal, Gale, or Ed?
It'll take a little time. They're still investigating.
Seems like days since I came in here.
It's only been 4 hours. Just stay loose, Henry.
I didn't lie, sir.
Everybody in Sea Lab is sure of that.
Thanks, Dr. Williams. Thank you very much.
Soon as I hear from Hal and the others, I'll let you know.
There it goes.
It's drifting toward those rocks. Don't lose it.
This way, it's dropping.
Oh, look!
The basking shark.
Yeah, everybody's underwater puppy. It thinks it's got something to eat.
The gold plating seems to attract it like a fishing lure.
Don't get too close.
Watch that tail.
Yeah, the basking shark might be the friendliest fish in the sea, but if its tail hits you accidentally...
Ed, see if you can pick up that homing signal.
Hal, do you really think it swallowed the space probe?
We'll know in a second.
I hear it. The signal's weak because it's shielded by the shark's body.
You and Gale herded back to Sea Lab. I'll take Deep Diver back to base.
See you later.
Deep Diver to Sea Lab.
Go ahead, Hal. What's the report?
We've found the space probe.
So the experiment paid off, Henry.
The team found it. I knew they would.
I want to apologize, young man.
Accepted. Thank you, sir. Where's Hal and the others?
He should be back at Sea Lab any minute.
Thank you, Dr. Williams.
I'm sorry that boy was put through the ringer.
He'll be all right now.
I guess all this secret stuff can make a man super suspicious. You begin to see enemy agents in every closet.
Well, it's all over with now.
Now, Dr. Williams, I wonder if I can see the space probe.
Let's go.
There's your space probe, Mr. Mills.
Where?
Inside the shark.
I tell you, gentlemen, aerospace won't allow this situation to go on, whatever your sentiments.
You can't let them kill the basking shark, Dr. Williams.
The basking shark is the most benign creature in the sea. It harms nobody.
We must have that device at all cost.
We don't have to kill him to get it.
How else can it be done?
Our medical people have been experimenting on surgical techniques.
With fish? Are you serious?
Remember, Mr. Mills, Sea Lab is dedicated to life in the sea. All life forms are important.
Yes, yes. But inside that probe is some of the Neptunian atmosphere. We can't take a chance on its dissipating.
You told us that wouldn't happen for 48 hours.
Which still leaves 24 hours. All we need is 6, maybe 5.
I tell you, aerospace won't buy it.
They will if you sell it. Give it a try.
Sea Lab ready on this end. Go ahead, Aerospace.
Admiral Billings speaking.
Matthew Mills here, Admiral.
What's the delay, Mills? You found the probe. Bring it in.
Well, Admiral, it's in a shark's stomach.
What?
Dr. Paul Williams of Sea Lab, Admiral. We can get that probe. All we need is time.
Do you have the shark?
We do, sir. This is Captain Murphy.
Then what's the problem, Captain?
They don't want to kill the shark, sir.
Are those Sea Lab people being obstructionists?
No, Admiral. Matter of fact, they're a pretty nice group. I recommend we give them the time they want.
You do?
Very strongly, sir.
All right, Mills. 5 hours, but that's the limit.
Thank you, sir.
You know, Dr. Williams, I've never operated on a species this large and under these conditions.
Well, then this is a rare opportunity.
Well, I can make the incision. You'll have to help with the anatomy.
Nothing to worry about.
We've just finished sterilizing the water with ultra-ray lamps.
Good. Where's my scrubbing equipment?
Here, sir.
He's going through a complete surgical procedure. Gloves, antiseptic, everything.
Open water wounds are easily infected.
Now to tranquilize.
Get ready to activate that gill pump.
They've developed special devices, Mr. Mills. Harpoonists?
They're from the naval escort. The Admiral isn't taking any chances. He means business.
Paul will get your probe, Mr. Mills.
Well, if he doesn't, those divers will, I'm afraid.
The main artery, right under the tongue.
What's Ed doing?
He's forcing water through the shark's gills.
I see. The gills extract oxygen from the seawater.
And without it, of course, the shark would suffocate. Now watch Henry. He's using the sonar device to locate the probe.
Here. I hear it. This is the loudest point. That's the spot.
You suggest I cut here?
No. The tissue's on the lowest ventral side. Come in this way. Then there's no way of hitting his heart.
You're my guide, Paul. Gail, the nylon fishing line we're using as a suture.
Right here, Doctor.
Now, Paul, hand me the laser scalpel. Whenever you're ready.
You're on.
He's beginning to move.
Yeah, but is he all right?
There's your answer.
Patient is awake.
Well, Mills, all's well that ends well.
The Admiral got the space probe.
And the shark is alive.
I don't know how to thank you people.
You thanked me when you explained to Henry that aerospace had him confused with another Henry Lucas.
I guess we all learned something about computers.
And jumping to computer conclusions. I learned another thing. There can be ways to get things done without hitting somebody with a harpoon.
He took something else as well as the probe.
What's that?
A little C-Lab philosophy.